everyone's a bit sort of angry, frustrated, and a bit stressed out with everything. So, but I'd give you a couple of little exercises that you can realign yourself with, and to bring forward anything that's hidden, anything like in your subconscious that's sitting in the background there that might need to be addressed. So the first little exercise I do is to do with just seeing how your chakras are. So if I just hold this up, so if you've got your notepad or your journal, if you can just do like your 7 little circles, they're just normally the size of like a 2p piece. And for those of you that don't know what they are, if you want to label them, the one at the bottom's called the root, and the next one up is the sacral. Then you've got the solar plexus, which is just under the rib cage, heart chakra, then the throat chakra, third eye, and then the crown, which is up here. So what I do with my group every now and again, and what I think you should do yourself every now and again, especially if you're feeling a bit off sorts or somebody's wound you up or you're just not feeling right, is just to go in and check how your chakras are. So ideally they should be just a circle, nice little circle. But if you go in and check them, and they could be diagonal, could be straight across, they could judder like that, or I could just stand still. You know, there's probably some stuck energy in that area, or something's not flowing very well. So if you want to just take a moment just to check what yours are like. So you tune into yourself, and those of you, if you've got the pendulum, or you might have a necklace. We know we've got a couple of new people on here, or maybe some, I know some of you may not have done this before, but that's just how you hold it, okay? Just let it drape over your finger. And mine moves quite easy, so that's my yes and no, please. And side to side is no, and diagonal for me is don't know. So of course, if you're new to this, you can have a little practice yourself. So what I do, I go over my circles and I tune into my root chakra, and I just ask, how is it feeling? How is it doing? And obviously it should be nice, big, round circles. And I just go gradually up the body, just to check where something's stuck or I need a little bit of focus, need to clear some energy. Obviously I've done meditation, a lot of clearing ready for tonight, so mine are all open, lovely and big. As you can see by my pendulum. But wherever it stops on yours, or is a little bit jagged or goes side to side, that means something's not flowing as well as it should do. So what you can do is check them before, obviously, the meditation, and you can check them again at the end when you've got a bit of time to yourself later when we log off, just to see how they feel. Hopefully they'll all be fully open for you then. I think I will remember this. So I've got a little analogy for you, just for you to sort of understand how stuck anger, frustration, anxiety, fear gets held in the body. So of course we're concentrating on the lower half, the base chakra, the root chakra, and this is basically where those emotions are stored. And it also coincides with the lower half of the body, the back, hips, legs, and the lower organs. So if you imagine anger is the fire element, or fear, anxiety, whatever you want to call it, is a fire element, and your body is made up of 99% water. So everything in your body, it sort of flows. Everything is a system which naturally flows. Okay. So the little analogy is, if you imagine a pot of water on the stove and you put the gas on, so there it is. just there, just lukewarm. Someone comes along, winds you up, starts to simmer. Don't address it, don't say anything, don't do anything, so it carries on simmering. Go throughout your day, maybe the next day, your boss gets on your nerves, winds you up, it goes a bit more. Now it's starting to bubble. Other half, you have a row, don't sort it out, you both go quiet, you don't talk. Now it's boiling. So now it continues to boil. So if you don't self-soothe or learn to self-regulate or speak or address these issues, then it just carries on bubbling. If you learn to self-soothe, you pour a little bit of that water, which is self-love, back into that pot, and it just starts to steam. And that steam is that emotion, that fear, that anger starting to let go, just evaporates. But what happens if you don't do that? You just ignore it. You can imagine that pot bubbling away on that stove, and this could be for months, years, since childhood, traumas that you've had, you've not addressed, arguments you've had with people you've not dealt with, and there it is bubbling away. So what happens to that? Eventually it affects your health. So that energy's got to go somewhere. So it might start with headaches, might start with allergies, you might get asthma. Then eventually it might turn into inflammation. Maybe you don't heal as well as you used to. Maybe that cold just doesn't go. Then eventually it turns into something a bit more nasty. And that's because your system is designed to flow. Everything flows. Oxygen flows, your blood flows, the water goes around your system, everything's designed to flow. It's not meant to bubble up and get stuck into your system and go into little pockets. So what happens, that energy's got to go somewhere. So eventually it finds a space, a little pocket. That knee hurts, that back hurts. You've got a problem in one of your kidneys or wherever, what that might be. So you have to think about this as time goes on, that what have you been storing? What is stuck there in your body that you haven't dealt with? What anger are you holding on to? And learn to do the self-love and start doing some clearing exercises. So I thought that analogy would probably explain it better to some of you that are quite new. So I'm going to give you a little exercise in a minute that you can do to start to clear that energy field, or that flow, if you like, throughout the chakras. It's like an anchoring exercise, and I should do that shortly. But first of all, I want you to just close your eyes. Just focus in yourself, just relax, do a couple of deep breaths. Now in your mind's eye, I just want you to visualize a doorway. Now in that doorway is going to be a person, they're going to be standing there. And this person has caused you pain, anger, upset. It might be someone you didn't expect to be there, or it might be somebody that comes to mind straight away. But just focus on that person that's standing in that door. And perhaps you know who it is, or maybe your subconscious has given you a person. Could be dead or alive in your past, doesn't matter. Now I want you to take a minute to focus in on your body and just see how that feels. Do you have a feeling or a sensation in your body? Do you feel it in your heart, in your stomach, in your throat, in your head? This is an indication of where you're giving your power away. And this is how it feels sitting in your body, that anger towards that person. So if this has brought up something unexpected for you, you know that there's something there that needs to be addressed. There's a pain or a feeling associated with it, you know it's stored in your body and you need to address it. It's a good little exercise to do every now and again when you're a bit chilled, just to see what pops up and what's a bit unresolved there that needs to be fixed. Then just open your eyes and take a couple of deep breaths just to start clearing that energy. And the final exercise I'm going to give you to do, this one is about anchoring yourself. And you can do this sitting up or laying down, whichever feels good for you. So we're going to use 3 anchor points. And we're going to bring up that lovely life force energy, Kundalini energy, chi, whatever you want to call it. Okay. So the first one is like, I want you to squeeze your shoulder blades together, squeeze them together, and then just drop them down. Close your eyes if it helps you focus. Then go right down to your lower stomach, to the point where you would use that organ to go to the toilet. And just imagine that you'll be in mid-flow and then you would want to stop it. So you pull that in, so you pull that muscles in at the bottom. And next you go all the way up to the top of your head, to your eyes. And just imagine your eyes going upwards. So these are your 3 anchor points. From here, go back down to the base or the root. And just visualize the roots going down into the ground, sort of anchor yourself. You're going to take a nice deep breath in and breathe it in through the bottom of the roots. Take it up through all your chakras, through your anchor points, all the way up, and take it out the top of your head. You can visualize the white light coming up, the Kundalini energy, whatever it is that you want to work with. You can breathe it in, and you can just do this a few times today, just to give yourself a bit of practice. Do a nice deep breaths and bring it in through those anchor points. Just visualize it going all the way up and out through the top of the head. Because ideally, it should be a lovely stream of energy going right at the base through all the chakra points, through the base and out the top of the head. But when we've got stored anger and pockets of anger, if you like, for want of a better word, that it won't be straight, it will be a bit zigzagged, it will be a bit blocked here and there, that it won't flow so freely. So if you're having trouble doing that, there's probably something a bit out of line there. And once you've done it a few times, you'll feel that energy and be able to breathe through it and just realign yourself and just relax into it and clear some of that energy, some of that pathway. And that helps you ground and realign and clear some of that negativity out of your system, or the anger, whatever you want to call it. So I hope those little exercises will help you when you want to do them for yourself a bit later on. So before I go into the meditation, so the first part of my meditation I'm going to do with you today is I'm going to do a clearing, which is bringing all the colours up and the white light, and we go all through the system, the chakras, even into the cells of the body. And then I'm going to do a past life with, meditation with you. Now I'm aware that some people are not very good at visualizing. So if you have trouble doing that and visualizing when I talk you through it, then you have to go with what you sense and what you feel. And sometimes in the past life, some people do go back and see themselves in this lifetime. Other times people stay in this lifetime and go back to a situation that needs to be addressed. So just allow your subconscious to take you wherever you need to go. Of course, if that's not really going to be for you and you might want to conk out, feel free to just do you, whatever works for you. Okay. While this is going on, while I'm leading you through, Jean will be doing a healing on you. And then when I finish talking you through the meditation and you're in your meditated state, I will be doing the healing on you too. And then we'll call you back after a short time. And then you have a few minutes to write things down in your journal, anything that comes to mind for you. And then we can have whatever time we've got left to have a little chat if anyone wants to chat. So June, I'm almost ready to go into mine now. Do you want to say anything before I start taking them in the meditation?
I just want them to know that they're wherever they are, I'm holding. I've got the energy. I'm holding it. So they're safe and they can just do what they've got to do. I've got Archangel Michael here. And as I say, that whoever that person is you want to cut the cords from is ready and waiting to do it. They probably won't feel it. They might, but they will. With it could be tomorrow, they'll feel lighter from all of it, from the healing energy, from having the cords cut. It puts you back into your own power. That's what it does. So just lay back and enjoy it, girls.
Right, we're ready to go. So if you just lay back and close your eyes, make sure you're nice and comfy. And just focus on the breath. Do a nice deep breath. I'm going to start visualizing the roots coming out the base of the feet down into the ground. Take them all the way down as far as you can and wrap around a big crystalline rock. I want you to bring that white light energy up through that crystal, up through the roots, up to your feet, and then start bringing it up through your legs, up to your hips, all the way up your spine, to your neck, and out the top of your head. And then visualize this white light turning into a big disc or dome around you, protection. Anybody that works with guides, angels, family, if you would like to call them in. Do any protection that you would like to do for yourself. Okay, we're going to go back down to the roots now. We're going to bring up a lovely red light energy. Nice vibrant red. Bring that up through those roots. Up to your feet. Take it up through your legs. Into your lower stomach. All the way into your hips. Up your back. You can do a vertebrae at a time. All the way up to your neck. Your shoulders, and take it down your arms, down to your fingers. Then back up to your neck and take it through third eye and out the top of your head. Next, we're going to bring up a lovely vibrant orange. So bring it up through the roots, up into your feet, the way through your legs, into your womb space, up through the center of your body, to your shoulders, down your arms, to your neck, and all the way through and out the top of your head. Next is yellow, like a lovely sunny yellow. Bring it up through the roots, your feet, up through your legs, through your stomach, to your solar plexus, all the way up to your shoulders, down your arms, your neck, and out through the top of your head. Next, we're going to pick a lovely vibrant green. Bring it up through the roots, into your feet, into your legs, into your hips, all the way through the center into the heart space. Your shoulders, down your arms, back to your neck, and out the top of your head. Next, I want you to bring up pink. Bring it up through the roots to your feet, through your legs, into your hips, into your stomach, solar plexus, your heart center. Take it into your lungs, down your arms, back up to your neck, and through third eye and out the crown. Next, we're going to bring up blue, lovely vibrant blue, up through the roots, into your feet, into your legs, to your hips, to your back, all the way through up into your throat space. Feel it energizing here. Down your arms, through your neck, and out through the top of your head. Just going to bring up indigo. So up through the roots, into your legs, into your hips, into your back, up to your shoulders, down your arms, through your neck, into your third eye. Just clearing any past imprints. And take it out the top of your head. Next, we're going to bring up a really vibrant white light, crystalline light. I'm going to take it up the roots to your feet. I'm going to take it into your bones, up to your knees, into your muscles, into your hips, all the way up your vertebrae, into your organs. Up to your shoulders, down your arms, into your lungs, into your heart, into your blood, into the cells. Just imagine this white light going all the way through your body, just clearing anything there that's a bit sticky. Taking with it anything that's no longer needed. So that energy just vibrating through your body, up your neck, into your face, into your brain, into your eyes, all around your head, down your arms, your hands, into your fingers. Just feel it pulsating through and round our whole system. And then take it out the top of your head. Just do a few deep breaths. I'm going to now take you into your meditation. I want you now to visualize that you're sitting in a beautiful garden. You can feel the sun on your skin. You can hear the birds. You can feel the wind, the lovely breeze. You can smell the perfumes of the flowers. You feel at peace. You feel really relaxed. And you feel comfortable. You can feel the ground between your toes. You just close your eyes and just take in all the smells and the sounds around you. You can feel your body starting to relax. So you decide to go for a walk, so you get up out of your chair, and at the bottom of the garden there is a gate. So you go through the gate, which leads to a meadow beyond. You follow the path, which is just a natural pathway that people have trod. You can see the colours of the trees. You can see the butterflies and hear the birds. You can feel the breeze in your hair. And you feel really peaceful as you walk along. In the distance, you can see a really big oak tree. It's familiar to you. You've been here before. It's your favourite tree. You're going to make your way towards it. And as you get closer, you will see there is a big doorway. You will take the key and open the door. And as you go through into the space, it's a bit dimly lit, but you can still see. And you will follow the stairs, which will lead into a clearing. In this clearing, there are 4 doors. So you will choose whichever door appeals to you. Take note of the shape and the number, or perhaps the colour. And you will walk into this room. And as you walked into this room, you've gone into another timeline. I want you to take a moment to have a look around, take in the scenery, what is in there. There's carpet on the floor. Is there a fireplace? You have a bookshelf. Perhaps there's a table and a chair. Maybe there's a sofa. Go over to the window and have a look outside. What can you see? As you turn around to look back into the room, you see a mirror. Take a look at yourself in the mirror. What colour hair have you got? Are you a man? Are you a woman? Maybe you're a child. What colour are your eyes? Can you see what you're wearing? Take a look at your hands. Do you have any rings? Do you have a watch? Look down at your legs. Do you have trousers or a skirt or a dress? And then down to your feet. Do you have shoes on? Or are you bare feet? Is there anyone else in the room? Does anybody enter? Walk over to the chair or the sofa and take a seat. Here you can invite your guide or loved one, anyone you wish to speak to come closer. So you can ask them some questions. Anything that you've got on your mind or anything you need help with. Or anything connected to this lifetime that you might feel there is a repeating pattern here. And just take a moment to be quiet and listen to your subconscious and see what comes up for you. And I'll call you back shortly. Okay, it's almost time for you to leave. I want you to thank your guide, your angel, your family member, whoever came forward for you. And ask them if there's any final message or a gift or anything they want to leave with you before they depart. I want you to get up and make your way back towards the door. Once you're in the clearing, go back to the stairs. You'll find yourself at the doorway at the base of the tree. So you go out and lock the door behind you, put the key back on the little shelf, and start to make your way down the meadow back towards the gate. And once you reach the gate, you go through and you'll be sitting back in your chair. And here you'll start to become aware of the everyday sounds and feelings. You can just wiggle your toes and your fingers and bring yourself back into the room. You want to just take a moment to write anything down in your journal.